going to be playing the dictation game today. Dictation sentences help students practice spelling each word in a sentence one by one. Most of the words in the sentences are going to be what we call decodable, meaning they can sound them out and write them based on the sounds that they hear. A couple of the words in the sentences are going to be more challenging because they are what we call heart words or sight words. They don't necessarily follow the rule, but they're very common in both our reading and our writing. We're going to be doing 3 sentences. Mrs. Gray is going to read a sentence to you, and then I'm going to read it again. And when I read it again, I want you to count the number of words in each sentence so you know how many you're going to write. All right? You're going to want to turn on your listening ears. And I think you need to get your thinking cap out for this one. You ready? Pull it out. Stretch it once. Stretch it twice. Stretch it 3 times. Put it up over your head. 3, 2, 1. Now I think you're ready. You will need paper and pencil for this activity. But for now, just listen to the first sentence. The red sash had a big rip. Okay, I'm going to say it again, and we're going to count the number of words in the sentence. The red sash had a big rip. This sentence has 6 words. Now, to help you, you may want to, on your paper, write lines for those words. The big sash had a big rip. This will help you know if you've written the number of words in the sentence. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a chance to write. You can pause the video, and when you finish writing the sentence, you can come back and we will continue on with the second sentence. Nicely done. Way to use that thinking cap. Let's do sentence number 2. Chip got a shot from the vet. Chip got a shot from the vet. 7 words. Pause the video and take some time to write that sentence. You're working so hard, boys and girls. We have one last sentence. You ready? All right. Put the rock back in the mud. Put the rock back in the mud. 7 words. Pause the video, and when we come back, we're going to check your work. All right, you ready to see how you did? All right. You may have gotten them all right, but you may have made some mistakes, and Mrs. Gray may say some things that remind you of some of the things that we've learned at school in this year. All right? So I have the 7 lines here for the first sentence. All right? So I'm going to sound out each word, or I'm going to write each word, and then we're going to go over what we wrote. The red sash had a big rip. All right, a couple of things to point out here. Some words that don't necessarily follow the rules when we sound them out. The word the and the word a. All right, those are heart words. Some short vowel sounds that you hear, phonemes. Like edge. Like apple. That's here. And then there's the short I phoneme, like an itch. Something else we've learned are digraphs. Remember, a digraph is when 2 letters make one sound. Shh. The SH, 2 letters make one sound. Shh. How did you do? You You used the sounds that you heard and you did a great job. All right, now let's do the second sentence and check your work on that. I think that sentence said something about Chip going to a vet. I know vet is short for veterinarian, so I think Chip must be the name of an animal. Now I'm going to capitalize Chip's name because it's a name, but it's also the beginning of a sentence. Chip got a shot from the vet. All right. Notice I started with a capital letter and I ended with a period. I'm telling somebody something and giving them information, so it's a period. Here is a digraph. Ch. Here's another digraph. Sh. All right, and then some short vowel phonemes. I, ah, like an octopus. Ah, and eh. And here's one of those tricky words that when we say it, we don't spell it the same way it sounds. I say it and I hear but it's actually spelled with a ah. Can you see that? All right, check your work. All right, let's try the last sentence. You guys are really working hard and using those thinking caps. I'm so proud of you. All right, the last sentence. Put the rock back in the mud. All right. Again, I started with a capital letter. I have an ending punctuation for a period. All right. This word right here is one of those tricky words. If I were to stretch this word out, it would say put, but it's not put, it's put. Okay? So you may have needed help with that one. That's okay. We have some short vowel phonemes, ah, I, and But we also have a different digraph in this word. The CK, two letters that make one sound. Boys and girls, remember the CK makes the K sound. And we use a CK at the end of a one-syllable word, and it follows a short vowel. So rock is one syllable, rock. And it's followed by the short vowel, it follows the short vowel phoneme ah. For this one, back, again, if we do a stop, back, it's one syllable word, and it follows the ah in back. All right, I hope you enjoyed the dictation game, and I will see you again for some more sentences that you can practice. Great job.